Well, that's a prime example.
All right.
That actually happened. This doesn't seem to be that.
This is basically what I do when I have the week off, man. I just talk about UFC and talk about UFC and talk about UFC and then I talk about UFC. It's basically what I do. And right now, I'm going to talk about some award-winning gentlemen and the schedule that's coming up. What fights we have coming up. Sup, dudes? I am fixing to talk about some fights. Okay, so what do we got coming up here? We're going to talk about some award-winning fights. We got Shigazi. We got Giga Shigazi against Calvin Kattar, January 15th. That's going to be a big fight. That's going to be awesome, actually. And then we got 270 with, man, people saying this is not a good card are tripping, dude. The Moreno and Figueiredo fight, that's a blockbuster right there. And then you got Ngannou and Gone, Brunson, unless people have, the rest of the, it's not a great, the main card having two great fights, one good one, and two that are whatever. Actually, yeah, this is not that good of a pay-per-view card. But let's look at the prelims, though. Yep. Yeah, this is a terrible card. But that main event, dude, where can you watch my interview with Sammy the Bull? On Sammy the Bull's page. Although I did that under Jesse on Everything. So it's Sammy the Bull and Jesse on Everything. Or I actually have some of the video, like on my other channel, Jesse on Everything, there are some, I have some shorter clips from my interview with him. But it's on his channel, the big one. Did I see your comment about Charles and Khabib? I did not. Feed it to me. Do I ever think that Conor is washed up? No, I do not think that he's washed up. I think that he's going to come back with a vengeance. He just needs, I've talked about this a million times, like the UFC really needs to figure out a way to ease guys back in. Like just ease guys back in. You know, Conor needs a win. So let's feed him someone who has a big-ish name, who he can beat the shit out of, you know? Anonymous, thank you, sir. Nice to meet you, Yassine. Conor and Dustin at 170. I saw the headline that you saw. I don't think that's what he was saying. I think that was an intentionally clickbait title. It was like Conor's return opponent. Breaking Conor's return opponent. And then how does Dustin look at 170? It was like, it's actually two different stories. Because unless there are news sources saying that Conor's fighting Dustin in his return fight that I have not seen, that is that's not official in any capacity. It should definitely not be patty to patty for Conor. That's crazy. They definitely do not want either of those guys to lose. Who does Moreno fight after he wins again? He probably fights a guy that just knocked out Cody Garbrandt, because he just knocked out Cody Garbrandt, which means people know who he is. Conor is washed up. Sorry, he's done. Yeah, again, for the 100 billionth time. Jaden, thank you very much, sir. For the 100 billionth time, I am going to outline this particular reality, which is that UFC fans have a tremendous gap in their ability to assess opponents. It's literally like, did this person win it's like they have an image of how a person won. So like if a person just won by knockout, then they're the king of the world. If a person lost, then they're garbage. And you're like, okay, but maybe we could assess like who they knocked out or like who beat them. And then we can kind of see whether or not we can make a judgment call as to how good or not good they are. Because if a dude, flat back dirt naps a guy who sucks balls and always gets knocked out, and people still are like, man, that guy's a beast. You're all, yeah, he is. But, he knocked out that guy who always gets knocked out. So doesn't really tell us anything as it relates to how he would do against the top guys. And like, as an example, if a person loses to, say, like Khabib in his prime, you can't say he's washed up because he just lost to the best guy in the history of the lightweight division in his prime when he's mad. And then if that guy turned around and he lost to Dustin Poirier and you looked and you were like, so what was his approach? Like, what was going on there with him? It's like, well, he took him so lightly that he actually trained for a boxing match with Manny Pacquiao and just assumed he would just roll right through Dustin and didn't even consider him a worthy opponent. And he paid for it with calf kicks, and then he lost. He was really well before his calf got, folded in half. So it's actually kind of hard to take a lot from that one also. And then he broke his leg. And you're like, he's washed up. You're all, I mean, maybe. But I can't really say that I took. I mean, if he would have like gone into the second Dustin fight, even still, it's still against Dustin fucking Poirier. Styles make fights, dude. But if a guy knocks out a nobody, who fucking cares? It's the same reason why with Hamzat, it was like, yeah, he looks amazing. We don't really know what he's got yet. And then in case you guys were, just got to my channel, if you heard my tone change significantly on Hamzat since he eviscerated Jingliang, and then especially that grappling match against Jack Hermanson, it's like, oh, because now we've seen him against guys where you could actually measure him against, Would I fight bare knuckle? I have fought bare knuckle a lot, but not recently. Did I know that Conor is some kind of addict? Did I know that he's some kind of addict? I mean, I don't think anyone knows that for sure. I would guesstimate that he's done it. Exactly. If he lost to Cowboy, you could say he's washed, dude. He literally walked through Cowboy like he wasn't even there. Ferguson versus Conor McGregor, that is exactly the fight that I think we're going to get. And I'm actually, if I was going to guess, I think we'll get it at 170, but who knows? Wait. Do I think we are in a post-Chuck era of the light heavyweight division where we change champs every 1-2 fights? Kind of. I mean, it just depends because, like, you got to figure Glover is too old to be the champion for 5 straight years or something, So you got to figure he's not going to be if Glover's still the champion in 2024. I mean, that would be mind-blowing to me. But he's already been defying age, so who knows? And it's not like there are any like really vicious 205-pound fighters. So, I mean, Yuri Prohaska, if Yuri runs through him, then you might be in the Yuri era, and we just don't know it yet. But I know, John Jones completely cleared out that division and then left. So it's, you're in the post John Jones era. Cowboy was not at the time on the worst skid of his career. Cowboy won a couple in a row. Then he lost to Tony Ferguson. Then he lost to Gaethje. Then he fought Conor. And then, that's 3 knockouts in a row. And then, Why don't I heart comments anymore? The number of hearts I do is just has direct correlation with how much time I spend scrolling through them. And I've been very busy. I do love them. I've been coming on live. I've been going live instead of looking through comments. My favorite UFC fighter of all time. Ooh. Jeez. Francis, maybe? Or man, that's a really tough question. I always root for Conor. I always root for Khabib when they fight. I mean, I was rooting for Conor in that fight against Khabib, but now if they fought each other, my brain would explode. I always root for George. I always root for Colby. But Francis, as of this moment, is my favorite fighter. Just because. I'm getting caught up. Oh my God. I have totally lost the. Just 2 more videos on Jesse and everything. I know, dude. I'm feeling very uninspired right now about Jesse on everything because I just want to do it all on one topic, and I've covered that fucking topic, dude. Like, there just doesn't seem like there's anything to say right now. It's like, because in all honesty, I'll get thrown off YouTube if I start talking on that channel right now. It's just that simple. If I like the way that I do those videos is I vomit what I really think in extraordinarily passionate fashion. No filter. If I go no filter on Jesse on everything right now, I'll get thrown off YouTube. Simple as that. You have a Jesse on Fire podcast right now, son. I do see. I mean, I'm still doing Jesse on everything. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Right now, I am too angry at the world. I'll do some though. Oh my God. Justin Sider, this is amazing. This is actually kind of funny now. This is Justin Sider, Esquire, lawyer for Francis Ngannou and Kevin Holland. Please sign the quick form that I have emailed you to continue our liar suit. Yeah, the RFK one with Jimmy Dore. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't like, I don't know. If I even start talking about that stuff, it's like, it is just like, I just don't think people even have one iota of understanding of what's actually going on in the world. It's like, I do still reply to emails. It's like, let me just lay this out. It's like, how does a pharmaceutical product get created? Relatively straightforward, right? It's like, okay, so we have Petri dishes here. These are bad things. These are bad things. Well, let's try this molecule. And you drop it on the bad thing and it kills the bad thing. You're all, my gosh, guys, this could be worth billions. It killed the bad thing in that Petri dish. So what's the next step? They're all, well, let's inject it in mice. Let's take what we put in the Petri dish and let's inject it in mice. And let's see if it kills the mice instantly. Or if they start exhibiting really negative behaviors, because mice genetics, biology is pretty similar to humans. So let's test it out. So they take the thing that worked on the Petri dish and they go over to the rat and the rats and the mice and they're injected in them. And they're all, well, let's see what happens. And the mice sometimes just go, and they develop cancer or their lungs explode or they have heart attacks or whatever, right? And they go, damn, thing kills the virus, but it also kills the host. So not going to be a viable thing to cure humans. We can't sell it. Like we can't sell it. We can't sell it. Other times it's like, oh, look at this. The mice didn't die, you guys. The mice didn't die, you guys. It's been 3 months and the mice are not dead. So let's move into human trials. I would say, under a normal timeline, they test for a lot longer than that, right? But we're on an accelerated time cycle for certain things, right? They didn't die instantly. So let's take it to the humans. So they go to a research center and they go, all right, we need some volunteers. Dude, when you actually understand that this is the process, the fact that people volunteer to be part of drug trials is fucking insane to me. Like, unless you have like something terminal and you're like, I'll try anything. I will try anything. I'm going to die otherwise. And it's like, all right, absolutely get into a drug trial. Otherwise, like, you understand a stage 1 drug trial, they are injecting something into you the very first time they've put it into human beings. And they're all, let's see if they survive. Let's see if they survive. And if they do survive, let's see if like they grow a third lung, or if their dick falls off, or if they become impotent, or if they go blind, or if they, suddenly lose motor function in their hands. Like, we need to know that. So, hey guys, we're paying $200 for people who will be part of a drug trial. They're all, sign me up. I trust you guys. I mean, what has the pharmaceutical industry ever done that would make me not trust you? Let's fucking do this, dude. I would love to be a part of your drug trial. So they become part of a drug trial. And then, you just kind of see what happens. And if they survive, whatever, you expand to a larger group, right? And then you do it. So, you got whatever, few hundred people maybe here, 500, whatever, small group. And then you do a big group. And then you see if you notice any trends or things like that. And in the case of, the jabs, under normal circumstances, those trials go for like 10 years, because there are many examples of times when they put them in and then you find out 10 years later that they have incurable, super huge problems that are like really serious problems that develop years and years and years afterwards. And in the case of the ones that are being mandated right now, we just skipped that part. Like, it's an emergency. We just skipped it. So we went from petri dish to mice to very, very small 1,100 so people to the whole entire world. And it's mandated or you lose your job. You're like, let me just make sure I understand that. So under normal circumstances, you take like 50,000 people or whatever it is, and you would test over like 10 to 15 years to make sure that it's safe before you would take them public. That's correct. And this time you essentially just tried it out on some mice for a few minutes, and then you took it to like a very small group of people, and you actually had some, very serious adverse reactions in the small control group. But, and then we just skipped the rest. We just skipped it. Like, no long-term studies, we just skipped it. And it was like, and by the way, if you don't get it, you lose your job. It's like, something about this sounds so fucked up that I can't even wrap my brain around it. Like, it's one thing if you want to offer it to people and be like, look, this thing is really serious, really scary, it could kill you. Like, you could end up just going to the grocery store, catching this thing, and going and, ending up dying alone in a hospital quarantine area with pneumonia. That absolutely could happen to you. Or we have this thing that's shown to be very effective. We're not 100% sure what's going to happen in the long term, but this almost certainly will keep you out of the death scenario with the bug. And you're like, okay, well, how likely am I to end up in that quarantine death scenario? They're all, well, if you're in this age group, they're all, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't ask that question. Wait, don't ask what question? The likelihood that you end up in that situation. Everybody's exactly the same. No, they're not. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they are. So everybody should just get it. You're all, I feel like there's a reason why we do it a certain way normally. You just skip that part. So I feel like I at least want to kind of weigh my options a little bit. And, at the very least, just look at the data. Like, it's really scary. I think that's a really scary scenario that would happen. Also, I wouldn't volunteer for a drug trial. So, unless I was in, fear of death otherwise. So I feel like figuring out whether I'm actually afraid of death otherwise is a pretty critical component to my decision process. They're all, yeah, but here's the thing about that. You're going to lose your job if you don't do it. Okay, so if you think about it that way, you actually are going to die if you don't do it. So, like, does that make it easier? No, that just makes me angry, dude. Like, that just makes me angry. Because, I mean, it's like, it's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. No one's banning me for this. I haven't, what am I even talking about? You guys might infer that you know what I'm talking about, but I haven't said anything about what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, the process by which you create drugs and something that seems like it would be a vital kind of part of that whole process. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, if there was something like that going on right now, I would feel like this would be a good way of making that decision or ironing out whether or not, like, there's a pretty serious missing component to the whole process. That's all. Michael Jackson was alive, but he got killed by the bug. So did Elvis. Elvis, MJ, Mac Miller, Tom Petty. It was all fake. They all got killed by the bug in reality. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. All of them got killed by fentanyl, but no one gives a shit about that. Like, no one cares about that, right? No one cares about that. All of them got killed by fentanyl. Who cares? What about Prince? Fentanyl. What about, I don't know, anyone that you've heard of dying young in the last, like, however long? Oh, all fentanyl. Well, are we going to do anything about that? Why would we do anything about that? I don't know. I thought we care about human life. No. That's not what a real concern is, guy. What are you, fucking idiot? What are we going to do? Mandate that they don't take fentanyl? We already did that. They're doing it anyway. So what are you going to do? There's no way to monetize this fentanyl thing. Come on. Do I think MJ touched those kids? Fuck no, I don't. Wow. That's a Jesse on Everything video I could do. Thank you for that. I'm going to do it right now. And then I'll redo it on Jesse on Everything. So here's what I think about that. I'm glad you asked. It's going to be one of those live streams that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to take it down. So if you're here, you'll get to see it. And then if not, you won't. So this is the deal. Okay. The Michael Jackson thing, I have no idea what happened with that initial kid that, said, oh, Michael, whatever, the family's suing him, whatever. Okay. I think Michael Jackson had a serious mental illness, obviously. Right. Like, I look at him and he looks to me like a guy who, honestly, like, when I would watch him, I'm like, this guy has, like, literally, like, thinks he's a kid. Like, he's actually convinced himself he's a fucking kid. He's a crazy person, Oh, hello. I had my childhood taken from me. And so, I don't think people understand how fucking crazy being that famous would be. Like, I just don't think people can even wrap their brains around it. I talk about this all the time, like, where it's like people see famous person, they think rich person who gets off to pussy. And so they're like, oh my God, it's my dream come true, man. Can you imagine having that much money and being able to just fuck all these girls? And it's like, yeah, that'd be fun for a while, short while. The human experience is very simple, dude. Humans will get used to anything that they're doing. Like, that's just a fact. Okay. Like, bottom line. Okay. If you live in a 12,000 square foot mansion, right? You get used to having a house like that. And something happens to where you downsize and you move into a 6,000 square foot mansion. You will literally be like, oh my God, I can't raise my kids here. Like, I can't raise my fucking kids here. And the reality is, you could have a 2,500 square foot house with all the technology that's in it if you're a poor person right now, and you would be living better than the wealthiest person on fucking earth 100 years ago. Okay. Now, you could take that same person who lived in the 12,000 square foot house and you could move him into a fucking 700 square foot apartment. And for the first year, maybe less than that, maybe first 2 months, they would be like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. And by month 3, they'd be used to it. They would just be used to it. They'd be like, oh yeah, I remember, like, I was really upset about having to move to this place. Like, I was really upset about that. Same thing happens in reverse. Okay. So you're living in a 700 square foot apartment. You move into a 17,000 square foot mansion and you have everything that you want. It's at first you're like, oh my God, everything's awesome. And then you get used to it. Humans are the most adaptable people in the world. Like, you just get used to it. And the reason this is relevant to the fame thing is because all the perks that you think of, like of being rich and famous, those are perks because you don't have them right now. As soon as you have them, all of a sudden, wouldn't be that fucking cool. I mean, fucking a lot of girls, or having that like available to you, would be awesome, and then would get boring. Like, even that would get boring. Like, imagine like if you could just go on Amazon, you know, or if Instagram was like Amazon for you, you know, like you scroll Instagram and every hot girl on there is literally an advertisement for someone you can just slide in their DMs and fly them out to you and you can bang their brains out. That's literally what it's like for some of these guys. You know, Dave Portnoy, as an example, who has openly said that that's what he does. Like, yeah, that sounds amazing. And it would get boring, believe it or not. It would get boring. And so when you think about that, that stuff won't make you happy long term. Then you start thinking about what comes along with that, right? Like, if you're that famous, if you're Michael Jackson famous, what comes along? I mean, in Michael Jackson, does he seem like a guy who'd be shopping for pussy on Instagram? He's all, oh my God, I just feel like there's a carousel in the background of that picture. I would love to ride. I would love to ride that carousel. Do you think that we could call up Macaulay Culkin and he could come with us? Like, he's a fucking weirdo, dude. He's a crazy person. He's not shopping for pussy. He, like, the fact that he has all this money, what did he do with his money? You know, he's like, oh, let's build a wonderland. We'll build a little kid, like a place for all children. All children can come and they can spend their time. I just want to see the smiles of the children. So, like, he's crazy. Okay. And then imagine every fucking place you go, dude. Every place you go, you're like, I'm gonna run to Taco Bell. You walk into Taco Bell, like you're all, gee, and then you start wearing glasses that are this big. You are like, you know, your hoodie down, whatever. You're all, maybe some people won't recognize you, but you're so clearly trying to hide yourself that people are like, what's up with this weirdo? And they're all, oh my God, it's Michael Jackson. You can't fucking go anywhere, dude. You can't do anything. All of the things that you take for granted. You want to go golfing. People fucking honk at you from the street. People come up to the tee box and you're like, oh my God. They're all, oh my God. Hey, Michael Jackson. You can't do fucking anything. Nothing. And so people go completely crazy. And they have like especially in show business, they have these entire teams of people that cater to their every whim. Like, they don't have to solve any fucking problems. None. Like, there's no problems that you have to fucking solve. None. So you're like, oh my gosh, my cell phone is doing a blah, blah, blah. Oh, Mr. Jackson, here, we'll go get you another phone. You're all, okay, here. Oh, I'm just parched. Mr. Jackson, here's a glass of water. You live in fucking outer space. Like, there's no, like, you have to actively try to remain in reality if you live in a world like that. And so if you're set to crazy, all of a sudden you convince yourself you're a little kid. And so Michael Jackson convinced himself he's a little kid. So he's spending time with these kids like a fucking weirdo, like, you know, like a person who thinks he's a kid. And, you know, one of the parents, I have no idea what happened with that first kid. Like, the one that actually, the first one that filed the suit against him. I am very easily convinced that was an opportunistic parent. You know, like I would be easily convinced that that's the case. It would be very hard for you to convince me that Michael Jackson was like, you know why I like being around all these children is I want to fondle them. I really don't like, I'm good at picking out I'm very good at picking out weirdos and creeps, but specifically what about them is weirdo and creep. And Michael Jackson never struck me as I'm going to fuck a kid guy. He's like, I'm a weirdo that thinks I'm a kid. Now, the thing about the most recent HBO documentary. So let me tell you what else I'm really good at picking out. Okay. Is people's motivations, right? Like I can look at a thing. I can look at a person and I can do 1 millisecond of background Google and go, okay, so that's my read on him. Let me go Google his life. All right. Well, so that's what we've got. That wait, Jim can't swim. Really, Mark Lowe. Thank you for that. Thank you for that information. I am absolutely going to do that. And that is really exciting. That is I fucking love his shit. Anyway, so I watched that documentary, the HBO one, and you got Wade Robson on there. Now, what do we know about Wade Robson, right? You guys know, I don't know if you guys were aware, so I watched as much of the Michael Jackson documentary as I could, the one with the two, accusers that were all, I thought Michael was my boyfriend and we would go behind the barn and he would have sex with me. I was a kid. I didn't have any idea. And he would just penetrate me. And I'm doing my voice like that because I don't believe them at all. Those motherfuckers are lying. Like, I think that they are laughably obvious that they're lying. Like, fucking transparent. The thing that I always tell everybody, I'm like, dude, the reason I can't smoke weed is because I can see right through people. Like, they're so transparent that it's actually physically painful to look at them. I'm like, oh my God. Because I actually feel the things that they are. It's like, if a person is insecure, I feel it. That's how, it's not something I see. It's like, I actually feel it from them. And it's like, it's awful. Okay. So I look at a person like them, and if a person is making up a story, if they're making up a story and they're doing it on camera and they have a fucking agenda, it's so obvious to me that it's almost, I don't know, dude. But anyway, so Wade Robson is one of them, right? So who's Wade Robson? Wade Robson was the choreographer who did like all of NSYNC stuff and did all of Britney Spears stuff. And he fucked Britney Spears while she was together with Justin Timberlake. Remember the song Cry Me a River? Told me you love me. Why did you leave me all alone? That song? That's about Justin Timberlake finding out that Britney Spears fucked another guy. You know who that was? Wade Robson. Okay? So that's who Wade Robson is. He's a guy who was Justin Timberlake's super good buddy who choreographed all of his shit, and then he got around his girlfriend and he fucked her. Okay? So that's who he is. Okay? Now, he also, when that happened, got ostracized from many places. Then he went and did like So You Think You Can Dance, right? Like the So You Think You Can Dance show. And he was like choreographer, whatever. And he got kicked off that show. Then he was like, oh my God, I got my life cleaned up. He had some drug shit. I got my life cleaned up. And now I'm going to do this other big thing. And he got this big job. And he got fired from that. And that was one of those things that was like his last chance. And he fucked it up. Okay. Now, who's the other guy? Right? So there's two accusers who are both saying the same thing, which makes it very credible, right? Two people making the same accusation. It must be true because two people are saying it, right? Now, what would Wade Robson's... Oh, I'm sorry. Minor detail I forgot. How did Wade Robson get his start in that business? Like, how did Wade Robson get into show business? Okay, answer. Michael Jackson brought him in. He won some talent contest. And Michael Jackson was like, ooh, this kid, oh my gosh, this guy has all the talent in the world. If you want to be a superstar, I can help you be a superstar, Wade Robson. Is that what you want? Yes, Michael. Okay, here, this is what you need to do. I'll connect you with my people and blah, 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 blah. And he sent Wade Robson on his way. He was like a mentor to him, right? And when the first group of people or the first person or whatever sued Michael Jackson molested my son. And the only thing that's going to remedy it is $30 million. It's the only thing that'll remedy it. Now, do you guys remember when Michael Jackson made a public statement about that particular case? I just remembered that, where he went on and he was like, these stories are vicious lies. So like I say, when I can read people, that motherfucker's telling the truth, okay? When he made that public statement, there are certain types of emotions that you can't fake by me. You can't. And that type of thing, like a public outcry for belief that you're being falsely accused, like, I mean, maybe there's some fucking sociopath somewhere that would be able to do it correctly, but Michael Jackson is not even close to smart enough to be able to do it. And I believed him 100%. Instantly when I watched it, every time I watched it since, I'm like, he's telling the truth, dude. I don't believe him 99%. I believe him 100% that he's telling the truth when he said that the accusations are complete lies. I believe him. Absolutely unequivocally believe him. And when that happened, and they had the defense called their very first witness, like they call their very first witness. So we're going to have someone testify to Michael Jackson's character. Who's their character witness? Wait for it. Wade Robson. So Mr. I'm going to fuck Britney Spears behind your back, Justin Timberlake, when I get older, is the very first person that gets called. And they're like, has Michael Jackson ever touched you inappropriately? He's like, absolutely not. Has he ever done this? Never. What was your experience with Michael Jackson? Blah, 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 right? Even as a kid, looking at his face, I'm like, kid's telling the truth. Okay? Now, fast forward back. So he was a character witness for Michael Jackson when he was accused before. So imagine if Michael Jackson had had an invasive, penetrative sexual relationship with you. And they're like, so we really need you to testify in Michael's defense. You're telling me that the kid just went up there. He's like, and he's able to just straight face, like, he never, like passionately defend him. Never. If Michael's been like, hey, let's just see what happens when I do this and wiggle it around. It's fucking ridiculous. Of course he's telling the truth. Okay. So that's Wade Robson, who then later was like, yeah, in actuality, I had a long-term relationship with him. I thought of him as my boyfriend. I thought of him as my boyfriend. I lost my virginity to Michael fucking Jackson. Shut the fuck up. You're a desperate drug addict who has no job opportunities. That's what you are, dude. You're a person who fucked up every relationship that you had in entertainment, and you're wasted talent. You blew it, dude. And your choices are to go fucking try to join a network marketing company, or maybe go work at McDonald's, or maybe you can sell a story. Maybe you can sell a story about your old pal, Michael Jackson, who's dead and can't defend himself, right? Maybe that's how you can make enough money that you never have to worry about this. And you justify it in your mind. He's like, I've got a wife and I've got kids. And so anything I have to do to feed my children, right? I will do anything to have to feed my children, even make a ridiculous false accusation at the person who fucking put me in the position to be who I am now. I will fuck him over, even in death. And I'll tell myself I'm doing a good thing because I'm doing it for my wife and kids. You want to know what you could do for your wife and kid? Go get a fucking job. Okay? Own it. You fucked your life up, dude. Go get a job. Clean it. Figure it out, dude. Figure it out, Wade Robson. Go get a fucking job, you lying cocksucker. So who's this other guy, right? The other dude. The other guy who's the accuser. Oh, yeah. Well, so, yeah, for a little while there, I was, everything was looking great for me as a child star. And, yeah, I had some contact with Michael Jackson. And then, things didn't really work out for me. So, yeah, now I'm a part-time real estate agent, and me and Wade, we reconnected on Facebook and we started talking, and I'm just that kind of piece of shit that Wade Robson suggested that we make an accusation out of them because everyone will believe us if we make the same accusation. I was like, fuck, I don't like selling houses. I don't have any fucking money. I don't have any fucking job opportunities. Why not? I used to child act. I'm sure we can get on camera and sell some people that Michael Jackson touched people. He already has those old accusations, right? He already has those old accusations. He's not alive to defend himself. Even if he was, he's fucking crazy. No one would believe him anyway. So why don't we just let's fucking do this? Like we can get money from his estate. What's his estate? Fucking almost $1 billion. Why shouldn't I get 20 million of that, huh? Why should I get 20 million of that? Let's fucking do it, Wade. Let's do it. Hey, so one thing though, Wade, I would prefer if you're never in the same room as my wife, just for unrelated reasons. But let's do it, man. Let's fucking do this, Wade Robson. Let's do it. So when I watched that documentary, when I tell you fucking laughable, I don't believe them even for 1 second. And I have absolutely no shame in telling you that, obviously. And when people were like, hang on, hold up. Whoa. Hold on. I just saw something that I just needed to respond. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, when I watched that, like I said, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I watched about 20 minutes of that documentary before all I needed was about fucking 1 second of each of the accusers, and I was like, they're lying. Instantly, they're lying. And then I watched as much as I could just to see how far they were going to take it. And I actually was going to basically fucking puke in my mouth, and I turned it off. I was like, I can't. Did they end up winning? Let me see what happened there. Wade Robson, Michael Jackson lawsuit. Yes. Judge dismisses lawsuit by Michael Jackson accuser Wade Robson. Good, you lying little fuck. The judge ruled that Michael Jackson's companies had no legal obligation to protect boys from sex. Well, what? The ruling was the judge ruled that Michael Jackson's companies had no legal obligation to protect boys from sexual abuse and dismissed a long-running lawsuit against them. Wade Robson, one of the subjects of the 2019 HBO documentary Leaving Neverland, filed the lawsuit in 2013. Alleges that Jackson began to abusing him when he was 7 in 1990 and continued to do so for 7 years. Suit was first dismissed on statute of limitations, revived in 2020 after California amended its law. Robson has accused Jackson's loan outcome. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Watch this. You want to see what kind of research? This is exactly how I do things, okay? So 2013 is when he filed. Let's just read about Wade Robson's career and see, let's hear what was going on in 2013 in Wade Robson's career. Okay, so let's Wikipedia this guy. Let's go to let's say let's start at 2011. Okay. Robson choreographed in professional career. Oh my God. I am so fucking good. It's unbelievable. Okay, so you go to his professional career, and guess where it ends? 2011. Robson choreographed the animated film Happy Feet 2, released in 2011. He was, and the one I told you about that he fucked up, he was set to direct Step Up Revolution, released in 2012, but dropped out of the project for personal reasons, and he was replaced. So the last thing he was supposed to do professionally was in 2012, okay? And then in 2013, he suddenly remembered that Michael Jackson molested him, and he filed suit. So that's what I think about Michael Jackson's accusers. Thank you for asking. You guys got any more? I'll go ahead and download this and then put it on Jesse on everything. When will we see a Hamzat fight? No idea. I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand why they haven't announced it yet. They should have a fucking fight announced. Not a single man here would refuse to have sex with his wife. Why did MJ? Can anyone who's defending him please answer this? Hang on, what? This is proof that Michael Jackson molested kids? Not a single man here would refuse to have sex with his wife. Why did Michael Jackson? Can anyone who's defending him please answer this? Oh, so we're just going into just random shit? He didn't want to sleep with this girl, so obviously fuck kids. Just bulletproof arguments, dude. Jesse, was I a victim of MJ? Yep. Colton, you guys, dude, you come to Texas whenever you want, my friend, and I will pay you to set this shit up. 100%. And you can bring your kids. I have 1,000 kids here, so they'll have plenty of shit to do. Lots of room. How much do I charge for a phone conversation? Depends on what it's about. I know you're joking, dude. $5 a minute. I haven't decided what my rate is. Tell me what you want to talk about. Top gamer, thank you. And my wife is ridiculously. Actually, let's see if she wants to come on. Hold on. She loves when you got, dude. I'm telling you, the other night when she was like all blacked out, we could have had her doing crazy shit that night. She wouldn't have remembered it, but. Hello, Gabrielle. Dude, your voice sounds so much better. So the people, I'm live. The people are asking for you. You want to come up and say hi? Cooking soup. Cooking fucking soup. All right. Well, whenever you're done, bring that hot ass up here. Ooh, bring a bowl then. Excellent. Well, we'll see you up here. We'll see you up here shortly. That's fine. Like I said, 5 minutes is shortly. Love you. Bye. Where do you get help with a startup? What do you need help with, my friend? I definitely know all of those things. Jesse, MJ was innocent. Also, Jesse, I have 1,000 kids here. I am confused how those two things are related. Thank you, Merle Dixon. She is amazing. She is the fucking best girl on earth. Jesse does have everything. But what's weird is I was just thinking about this today. Holland and Izzy, thank you, Base Apollo. Izzy. My wife was always chill like this. But I was thinking about, she was always chill like this with me, but like, not with, she, not with her other, like her exes and shit. Like she hit her fucking ex in the face with a curling iron. We'll ask her about it. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do today. This can be a preview because her and I are actually going to start a channel. Like we were like, let's do a family channel. I was like, dude, you know what we could do just to limit my need to have to fucking edit is we could just do a channel, you and me, and we could film maybe 1 to 2 videos a week and then go live 2 to 3 times. And we could just answer everybody's shit or talk about like relationship stuff and whatever. And that can be the channel. So we can ask her about violently assaulting her ex. She hit him in the face with a curling iron. My heavyweight GOAT is going to be Francis if he fucking beats Cyril. No, not like a couples channel. I don't know. It'll just be like me and her talking, and then we'll like cruise into it being a family channel, you know? Oh, we got people on here who have never seen her. Rob, when I go live, I talk about whatever the fuck I want. No way Francis wins. Let's have that conversation. Yeesh. That seems like a child. Hi, baby.
Dad,
what's up, Bubba?
instead of going to sushi, can we order sushi?
It's your birthday, dude. You can do whatever you want. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
You'd rather order sushi in?
Yes.
Okay, say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Everybody say happy birthday to Genevieve. Okay. Dude, all 330 of them said happy birthday.
How do you know?
Because I'm seeing it right there. Look at happy birthday, 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 happy birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Actually, here's the jiu-jitsu champ. Yeah. See, this is like preview of the Family Channel. Here, Giselle, you can do a rear naked choke really quick. And then Jesus. That's so good, dude. That's so fucking good. See, look, Giselle. That's them calling mommy a dime piece. My God, dude, you jacked my vertebrae again. You're getting actually too strong. I can't let you do that every time. Hurts. Oh yeah, Francis loses. Okay, all right, beat it. Close the door. Send your mom in here when she's done. What? So, okay. Oh wait, sorry, I missed some super chats. Sorry, let me run back up to those. I apologize here. Okay, John Jones. That's funny. MMA Guru is huge, I heard. I don't know. Like, who wins between person and person through on the other end of a computer is a ludicrous question. Tanto Brown Bear, imaginary fight, Conor versus Fiziev. Let me actually. Let me see something real quick. So he's won his last fight. I mean, Conor, I think, but I would like to see that fight. I mean, that seems like that's like to me, if I'm running the UFC, that's the kind of fight that I do. Okay, JD, I will respond to the startup stuff in a second. But here's the deal. So on Francis is going to lose. Francis going to lose. So Francis has lost one fight in the UFC. The Derek Lewis one doesn't count. No one won that fight. They just both like had brain aneurysms. Okay. So he's lost once. And he lost to Stipe the first time. And how did he lose that fight? It was because Stipe refused to stand with him. And he took him down and made him tired. The only time that fight was standing, even for a little bit, Stipe did okay because Francis was exhausted. But even then, when he got clipped in the fourth round, even a little bit, he almost went to sleep. Okay. So the reason this is relevant is because no one has ever stood with Francis and been conscious at the end of the fight. No one has ever stood with Francis and been conscious at the end of the fight. So that doesn't mean for 100% sure that Francis is going to win. And certainly Ciryl Gane is the most mobile and, excellent fucking striker he's ever faced. But think about this. Did you guys see the Ciryl Gane versus Rosenstreich fight? Let's play some MMA math real quick, okay? Because you guys understand, Rosenstreich was like an undefeated kickboxer before he got into the UFC. And so when Ciryl Gane fought Rosenstreich, what happened there? 5-round boring decision. Ciryl looked good in and out, but boring, like a boring decision. And it's not like Rosenstreich was like any worse for wear. He didn't get hurt, right? How'd that go against Francis for Rosenstreich? I think it was something like this. It was like, and fight. Oh, Rosenstreich's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Let's watch that fight, actually. Let's go ahead and watch that fight again, because I can do that without taking much time from anybody. And what's crazy is that's the one that people like, they're all, oh my, like, they're like, he's good, dude. Look at how sloppy Francis is. Like, he's so sloppy. It's like, okay, that's one way to look at it. I mean, okay. So yeah, I mean, like, it was sloppy, I guess. But he moved forward, and Rosenstreich tried to fight with. This is okay. I actually always have a really hard time, putting, verbalizing this thing that I'm going to try to explain. So, sometimes you watch felony fights or I don't know, like felony fights or street beefs or whatever. And you have someone who has some training, in kickboxing or whatever, right? Or boxing or whatever it is. And they go out there and you can tell this is a person who has training. They're not, but the other person has not agreed to fighting like a kickboxer would, right? So the kickboxer comes out there and they're they're out there and they're trying to check distance or back up a little bit, throw a kick and kind of get out of there and, and another person who has training fights the same, where it's and then they're try to find an opening. And a person who does that, but then all of a sudden they run into someone who's fucking nuts, who's strong and wild and just bull charges them, right? Just fucking bull charges them. And a lot of the time, the bull charge guy just completely obliterates the person, because they haven't agreed to this kind of okay, so I throw a jab and I throw a cross and I back out, or I throw a, step and hook the body, cross the face, and then I step out. They haven't agreed to those terms that people who train are these are kind of the unwritten terms of how we fight. And so a crazy person goes in and the person's not ready for it. They get knocked the fuck out, right? I've seen that in these street beef things all the time. And this was not dissimilar from that. Rosenstreich was oh, throw a couple kicks. And Francis literally was just I'm just going to walk forward and fucking throw sledgehammers at him. And if any of them touch him, he dies. And that's what happened. It's and if you watch, him versus Stipe, he didn't do that at all. He was calm, measured, he picked his shots, and he fucking eviscerated Stipe. He can fight it either way. But throwing strikes from unpredictable angles, this I talked about yesterday, throw strikes from unpredictable angles, there is nothing but upside in that. That's all upside for the person who's doing it, because it makes it unpredictable for his opponent. Dude, I fucking cannot stand doors like that, man. I don't understand. We have those doors all over my house, dude. We're you have to pull them together, and then you push them out. They're not, I don't know. I don't like them. Jebediah, thank you very much. Shidaki versus Cater is going to be awesome. And I like Shidaki, dude. And I don't want to fall into the trap of, I saw Calvin Cater lose his last fight, so automatically I think he's going to lose. But Shidaki is nasty, dude. And Max versus Alex 3, I think is going to be another one that's just ridiculously close. I think is going to be crazy close. Oh, looky you.
Did your daughter tell you that she wants to order sushi instead of go to sushi?
I told her it's her birthday. She can do whatever she wants.
So boring. Do you want the mama needs some coffee mug?
I do.
It's hot.
Gabrielle, some people had said they had never seen you on here before.
Oh, hi.
Let's close the door because they want to talk about funny things.
Oh, God.
I got it.
I have no voice. Well, it's a lot better than it was. I lost my voice on the day after Christmas.
Dude, you were live with them when you lost your voice.
Right, as it was starting to go away. I think it's cedar fever. Wait, did I give you I gave you the little spoon. I want the little spoon.
Did you find something to buy with the flex money?
I haven't completed the purchase yet, so I got the cards. Hi.
Okay, so check this out. Yeah, Jesse's got those credentials based on how hit his wife is. It's a fact, son.
I'm super hit.
You can't fake it.
Hey, come in. Say hi.
She already did.
Oh. Did Jen come in and say hi?
Yes.
Did they say happy birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone did, of course.
That's nice, guys.
We have to add, everyone was waiting for you to come in so we could ask you something that we can't talk about in front of Giselle. So.
Oh. Oh my God.
No.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
Why?
You got
to go strangle someone.
Okay.
No, don't strangle anybody.
Okay.
Oh, she really.
Daniel, thank you very much. The Happy Meal
Yay,
stuff arrived.
Daniel! I'm excited for you,
dude. Do the
remind me what you got, and I'll tell you how to
do the
how to use it. Or
do the
message
peach
me on
tea.
Instagram.
Peach tea.
I don't know what he got.
My daughter, they said here, Giselle, come again.
Yeah, yeah, she's like a clone.
And we share
Curling iron story. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Giselle, beat it. Enough.
My story?
Yep.
It wasn't a curling iron, it was a flat iron.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh shit, that spring thing is.
It's been.
Okay, Giselle, just push it close.
I noticed that last week.
For fuck's sake. Push it close, please.
Just use your muscles. Well done.
Yeah. So I was telling they're like, is your wife always so chill? I was like, she's always been chill with me.
Yeah.
But she smashed her ex-boyfriend's face with a curling iron.
It's his own fucking fault.
Wait, tell him why.
I forget. So I went to
You
college.
forgot. I know.
I went to college in Santa Barbara. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with UCSB. It's a very, very, very fun school. And we had a lot of fun. We drank a lot. And one night we were like walking back to his place after a party. And I think he like grabbed my camera and was like trying to go through my camera roll or something. And I didn't like the way that he did that.
She doesn't like.
I don't like jealous behavior. Like there's no, especially when there's like no reason for it. I can't fucking stand it. So he grabbed my my camera, and then I tried to get it back, and then he threw it and broke it. And you can imagine that really pissed me off. So little 5'3" me goes running to his apartment, and first of all, I tried to kick down the door.
So keep this in mind. She didn't just instantly do it. Like she was like, oh, to properly respond to him breaking my camera, I need to go get a weapon that I can smash his face with.
No, there was another level to it. My original goal was to throw his computer out the window. That was like my original goal.
Tit for tat.
And so I'm trying to kick down the door, and one of his roommates ended up having to open it for me.
Oh, that's what a good friend. What a good friend.
Well, I think he was sleeping, and he was like, just shut the fuck up here. And so
Jesus, if one of my girls had been trying to kick the door down and Mike let them in, and then she like broke my computer, I'd have broke Mike's computer.
So I tried my original, well, because he like loved his computer, and I like loved my camera. To me that seemed like a good solid like.
So he didn't break the camera because there was something in it he didn't like. He just broke it because you were trying to get it back. I was
trying to get it back, yeah. And then yeah. And so I got into his room, and he like finally caught up, because this wasn't like a laptop. This was like a PC, like a desktop.
I didn't know that. You're trying to throw his desktop out the window?
Yeah. So he like.
You were going to take the big box? Was it a PC?
No, it was a Mac.
So at least it was all one
like
contained
one screen,
unit.
but it was like big. And so I was trying to like pull it off the desk, and then he like grabbed me, and I didn't like how he grabbed me, like really forcefully grabbed me. And so, then it was like the whole like get your hands off me situation. And so I went into the bathroom to get my stuff because I was leaving, because I couldn't throw the computer out the window. So I was done. And so I'm in the bathroom, and it's like one of those like really narrow bathrooms. It's just like, sink on one side, shower on the other, and like toilet at the back, like super narrow.
It's a shit box in a fraternity house.
Like two people trying to no, it was over DP. It was a really nice place, but the bathroom was super small, like really narrow, right? Like 2-person narrow. So I'm trying to get my stuff, and then he comes and blocks the door because he doesn't want me to leave. And then again, like puts his hands on me and like, grabs me. And like, that's literally the last thing you should do to me. So the second that I
Gabrielle, if I put my hands on you, you would have no options.
Well, I wriggled loose. I'm like wriggling. I wriggled loose.
That is true.
And I grabbed my flat iron and just cocked back and whacked him across the face as hard as I could. And then as he's going like this, screaming, I just grabbed my
He screamed? What a pussy.
Well, I fucking hurt, dude. It was like it's a legit flat iron. Yeah. So that's
It's one of those things
awkward.
that girls.
That's like my only violent outburst, though.
Girls have no understanding that they're capable of hurting people because they're like little and helpless all the time, and they're just like, so they'll just do a thing like that and not realize it's like, I mean, I could tap you with a fucking
He
flat
put
iron.
his hands on me first, in my defense.
Held your shoulders.
And shook me. And actually, he threw me to the ground, actually. That's when I got the flat iron. He grabbed me and threw me. And that's when I stood up and grabbed the flat iron and hit him.
Do you want me to beat him up now?
No, I'm good.
Now, tell the people in 15 years how many times we've had an incident, even in the, I mean, like
None times.
If that was a 10, I don't think we've ever gone above a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and the story about the fucking camera.
It's actually not. Wait, this one's crooked?
What?
It's actually not crooked. Oh, is it?
It's the fucking camera.
Is it going to fall if I fuck with it?
It's just the camera.
Well, it actually is a little bit crooked.
Is it?
It needs to go up on this side.
Wait, I got that the other way.
Oh, well then, which way is it mirrored? Is Jesse's side need to go up or down?
So you want to make it crooked in real life so it looks flat here?
No. Yeah, he was childish. He looks kind of crooked.
I know it does. But here's a lesson. So
Jesse's side needs to go up.
like on the give me your fucking phone. Give it to me. Give me your phone. So in a relationship like that, you have to consider that the words you're saying are not what you're communicating, right? Like you got two problems with that type of behavior. A is if you're saying, let me see your phone, let me see your phone, or let me see your camera. What you're actually saying is, I think I'm such a pussy and such a like that you could find someone better than me. Like I'm so insecure. Like I need to see what kind of guys you're hanging out with, because what if one of them is like better than me and tougher? Like nothing turns a girl on.
Your computer.
Nothing. Look at my computer. It's just
disgusting.
Nothing turns a girl on like a dude who thinks that deep down he's a worthless pussy. And then the other thing is, the more you accuse a girl of cheating on you, that works like Inception. Like there's just no two ways about it. Like it's Inception. Like girls are not wired to cheat, not naturally, unless they're fucked up. Like girls are actually wired for monogamy, unless
I know some girls that are kind of the worst.
Well, they're whores. But I'm just saying, like, okay. Well, and I know a million. I know most guys biologically, dudes are like, if you go like on Maury, right? And it's like lie detector time. It's like 90% of the time when they lie detector the dude, they're all, he's lying. He was having an affair. And then they're like, lie detect the girl. The guy's like, I know she was doing it. I know it. 98% of the time, she was telling the truth. Mm-hmm. It's just the way it is. But like, if you want to get a girl to cheat on you, the best way you can do it.
Smart to go on Maury too, by the way.
Of course.
Question for Abby. Has Jesse's super confidence ever backfired?
What super confidence?
Yes.
Like
yes.
Like when?
The fence.
The what?
When you called and accused the fence people. That's like the most recent one.
That wasn't super confidence. That was
super. You were super fucking confident.
I was.
Someone had done something that they didn't do.
Okay, so I have a serious. I don't even know what you would call it. Flaw in my perception of things, which is, if I lose something, I always think someone stole it. Always. Like
crazy. Like
someone fucking stole it. I've been proven wrong 100% of the time. Like no one's ever stolen anything. Never. And literally, like, that's not true, actually. That's not true. Except the one time that someone did steal from me, I didn't figure it out for 4 years. And I don't know what the hell was going on. I was probably on drugs or something. And all of a sudden it just was like, wait a minute. That's actually a funny story. I'll tell you guys in a second.
What story? Who?
I don't even know if I've ever told it to you, but I'll tell it right now. But like, so in this case, right, if I always default to they stole it or someone did it to us. So we're in this dispute with the golf course that we live that we live on because
their tree
like
is
grew and
making
the
our
root
fence
root like broke our fence, right? Like, and so it's obvious. There's no question that
fences don't just.
Yeah, there's no question they're responsible. But the guy's being a prick about it because basically, in order for us to get him to pay for it, we're gonna have to take him to court, which is a fucking pain in the ass. And anyway, so we're going back and forth with the guy. After months of me fucking with him, he finally sends me a quote that says like, "Oh, well, we'll take care of the half of your fence that's affected by the tree, but the other half is going to be on you." And I look on the other side of the fence. We've probably lived here for 3 months at the time. On the other side of the fence, there's like a bent rod, like down at the bottom, that very clearly the only way it could have happened is if someone like rammed a fucking golf cart into it, or like, one of those mowers or something.
Like zip tie.
It couldn't be done. It couldn't be done by a person. It was like a vehicle had to have created the damage.
A golf cart. Yeah.
So I look at that. It's the first time I've ever seen it. And I said to Gabrielle, I'm like, have you ever seen that? And she's like, I've never seen it. So in my mind, this crooked fuck, right? Who I already know is a weasel just from interacting with him.
He's the worst.
That I'm like, dude, he went and he had one of his fucking maintenance people crash into our fence just so he could justify that he's not covering, because we've been getting into it and I've been a prick about it. He actually had someone go create damage on the other side of the fence just so that he could justify only paying for half. We're talking about the difference of him paying $2,000 versus $4,000, fucking baby money. And so
your mom's con.
So I lost it, right? Because of the timing. It was like, hey, so you're going to have to pay for that half. And fucking that minute, I noticed this very noticeable damage on the other side of the fence I'd never seen. So I assumed, of course, that he had taken it something and rammed it, or that had someone of his staff do that. I wrote him a fucking email that I will never publicly read because it was so fucking crazy.
Crazy.
I conjured up things that, like I said, I won't. I was so fucking mad. But like, it was like, just to paraphrase, it was like evidence. This is why people don't fuck with me. Like you have missed. I didn't threaten him. I said, this is why people don't fuck with me. And I was like, you have drastically miscalculated who you're talking to. And then fucking about 2 hours later, Gabrielle texts me a picture of one of our kids in the backyard next to it from 2 months earlier.
And like the day we moved
and the damage is already there. And I was like, no, like I was just completely wrong. So again, 1,000 times previously, I assume someone did it. 1,001 times.
Your mom's call. She probably wants to talk to Jen.
Are you calling twice in a row for something important? Call Jen's phone. Gabrielle and I are live on YouTube. We'll have her call you in a bit.
Genevieve@icloud.com.
Genevieve Merle at iCloud. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, now everyone can call Jen.
Yeah, don't do that. Anyway, so I tried to retract this.
Yeah.
But I felt so absurd. I almost paid for half the fence because I went so hard at this fucking idiot. And
it was crazy. But I was like, no, you're obviously a psychopath, but it's still his golf course's fault.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you would call that overconfidence. I would say that quick to jump to conclusions.
You were very
I did apologize.
You were very confident that he did that. Very confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the odds that we didn't see it until that morning? Like there was nothing happened except like I saw it and I looked out the window. I was like, what is that?
Through different eyes. Like, you know what I mean? Like we were just had a different lens of scrutiny for something that we were looking at. People miss stuff in front of their face all the time. Oh, someone's crying again.
That was kind of an ego thing, but more it was like, are you trying to fuck with us? Like you're trying to, because like I thought that like in my mind it was crystal clear. Like ego's like if like you miscalculated who you're talking to. That is an ego thing. If like okay, that's like an ego thing. If if you're just kind of like, yo, dude, like, I don't even think you know who you're talking to. The way what I thought I was reacting to was someone had literally vandalized our fucking house on purpose. So I was in, you do not fucking understand who you're talking to. Like, I'll burn your fucking pro shop down, guy. Not really, YouTube. Not really. I did say I was going to go. I did actually try to do that. Not to him, but to Gabrielle. I had some very drastic ideas for how.
Gross. Car got stolen on our friend's car.
Steve Hargett, the jiu-jitsu champion, his fucking car got stolen the other day, a couple weeks ago.
Crazy.
And he, listen to this. So they stole his car, which is a little bit funny, just given that like, he could disjoint. If he
actually caught them.
God, dude. Not that he would, but if he wanted to, he could just be like, let's go ahead and let's do your fingers first. Break, 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 break. Let's move on to your wrist. Broken. Let's go elbows. He's also a fucking recon Marine who's got probably 100 bodies on him too. He's just like the last guy whose fucking car you would steal if you knew whose driveway it was. But
how much is on this thing?
$650. You didn't buy anything?
I'm up to 600 right now.
So 600.
But that's probably good with
640
tax.
Oh, right. Yeah. So anyway, his car gets stolen 8 days later or something like that. The cops had an APB, whatever it is. It was like, this car got stolen with the plates. There are these two guys just like chilling in a parking lot, and they run the plates, and it's like, oh, this car's stolen. These two fucking idiots stole it and just like kept it. And they're just like chilling in his car, like eating fucking Doritos and shit, just like caught in the car.
So dumb.
More like in the area. Fucking morons.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect, right?
That is perfect.
I'm so good at this. So good at spending money.
DJ Chopper, thank you, sir.
PSA, if you have a FSA or HSA or whatever they are, go spend your money.
Yeah, you guys gotta spend that FSA money, yo, or HSA, or
we don't know what it
flex,
is.
Either flex spending or I think actually HSA piles up. I think, but flex spending you gotta spend.
If you have the one that you have to spend, go spend it. Don't forget.
Gotta spend it. I would not destroy Shop. Shop is fucking 285 pounds, yo. Dude, you know who hates Brendan Schaub? Is Beige Frequency. He hates Schaub, man. I love Beige Frequency's stuff. He's so funny, man. I want him to write my jokes. But good God, man.
I did it. Yes. Okay.
He there's like of all people that extreme authoritarian laws proposed in New York. Is that new stuff?
Who knows? Do you see what Israel's doing?
What? More than a fourth shot?
Oh, no, the fourth shot, yeah.
No, yeah, that's weeks ago.
Nuh-uh. They're doing it, though.
Yeah, no, we knew they were going to do it.
Yeah, but this is in the New York Times. Experts say it's premature. Scientists warn that too many might actually harm the body's ability to fight it.
I wonder if the prime minister is getting a rev share on all the doses that get given out. I mean,
greetings to Finland. Hi.
Are you guys watching MMA Holes? No, but
That's a funny name.
It is a funny name. I'm not betting on Francis, dude. I'm betting on Cyril. Like, I told Markel yesterday, I was like, dude, I don't think I have enough money to bet on Cyril to where I won't still cry if fucking Francis doesn't win. Wait, oh yeah, MMA Holes.
Kira's dad. He's the most like gotta go person I've ever met.
You guys around looking to do some part-time?
He like can't sit still.
The MMA Holes. Oh, this is new. Oh, so you guys are the MMA Holes. That's clever, dude. Good job. I do that too. Well played. I'm gonna subscribe to your. Oh wait, never mind. Oh, I misread this. I thought it said 1.2 or 12. I thought that said 1,200 subscribers. 56.8.
Pretty cool.
When did they start their
How come
thing?
there's always more people watching than
Oh,
have
damn.
liked the video?
They started 5 years
Guys,
ago.
tap the thumb if you're here right now. Like it.
Oh, look at this. They were doing like politics and shit too. Oh, never mind. Fook the debate. GSP is a free agent. Oh, that was 5 years ago.
Thank you.
And GSP got paid, son.
TriStar Gym. No, we just went to TriStar Ranch and went horseback riding.
Where's TriStar Gym? Hang on.
Jen was so cute on the horse. Oh my god. You should have gone. It was super fun.
I'm not a huge
Horseback rider.
yeah. Oh, in Montreal. Yeah, someone actually someone said I should come out there. And I would, but I'm afraid to go into Canada because I don't think I could get in, and they certainly would not let me leave.
Well, they would let you leave. They just probably won't let you in. Hey, Yankees fan.
When Francis beats gone.
Well, thanks for doing it, Chad.
Well, no, when Francis beat, like when Kai versus Cody happened, I bet on Kai, so I made a bunch of money, and it didn't even make me feel any better at all. Because whenever you come in, the temperature gets raised.
You need a fan. You need a silent fan. That's got to be a thing, right?
Scroll up, cash in on a t-shirt idea. Let me see. There's no way that it's better than my t-shirt idea. Jesus, where is it? I'll tell you what, say it again. I can't find it, Brandon Fairchild. Five-second mistake can ruin the rest of your life. Do the right thing.
With what?
That's a t-shirt.
I don't get it.
I don't really get it either.
I mean, many.
JD, I need to know more about your startup idea to give you proper advice. But the bottom line is you need to create a slide deck that explains the problem you're trying to solve, why you're the one who can solve it better than other people, the revenue projections, or actually the size of the market.
Wadeless fan. That's what I'm looking for.
Size of the market that you're trying to enter into, why you are uniquely, maybe not uniquely, but why you're qualified to understand the market better than regular people. And then you want to talk about, then you need to do like a 5-year pro forma projecting your revenue, which you just basically pull out of thin air based on the size of the market. And then you make we could probably penetrate the market this much by this time. And then you make then you
Thanks, Yankees.
Then you write an executive
Appreciate
summary,
it.
which is like a 1 or 2 page thing that's basically the same as your slide deck. And then you're ready to go raise money.
Everyone got that?
Yankees fan, thank you very much. She does class this place up, dude. Beck TV, thank you very much. Just moved here. When I got here, my house was a construction zone.
Oh wow. Where'd you move from? Florida was on our hot list.
We have a construction zone that's not
It's
super far from our house.
So annoying.
My wife's favorite fighter is GSP,
Yeah.
even though he's not a fighter anymore.
He'll always be my favorite. And Anderson Silva.
Atta girl. Anderson Silva's still fighting, dude.
Is he?
He's boxing now and hurting people. He's badass.
Wait, he's in boxing or like
boxing.
has added boxing?
No, he's boxing.
Oh, I don't think that'd be as fun to watch.
It's fun because it's him, and he's the first MMA fighter that transitioned to boxing and can fucking box for real.
What kind of car do I drive? Y'all want to guess what kind of car I drive?
Oh shit! I gotta pick what car I'm gonna buy today.
Jesse's been trying to buy a car since May. And now we're getting down to like the last few days of the year and we need the tax write-off. So
I don't want a car.
we don't want a car, but we need the tax write-off.
The only Tesla I could buy would be a a Model X, it has to be 6,000 pounds. Fuck me, dude. I got to figure this out, actually. The options are
Has to weigh 6,000 pounds.
a BMW X5, a Land Rover Discovery, a Land Rover Range Rover Sport, but one that's not new because I'm not spending $110,000 on a car.
I'm too practical for all that. I want
QX80.
No, that's not a car for you.
Should have just got that one that was all souped up. Anyway,
Expedition or Explorer.
Expedition or Explorer. That Maserati.
Yeah, see, I don't want a Range Rover either. I'm team not Range Rover.
A Ranger's
Expedition,
Ranger's
right?
too small.
See, the Expeditions are nice. If they break, they're not psycho expensive to fix.
Jesse, do you think Brendan Schaub is the GOAT of MMA journalism? That's funny. No, but I don't mind. I don't have a problem with Schaub at all. But I'll tell you, like I said,
I want
base
a
frequency.
Raptor, but he doesn't like trucks.
Dude, I like the Raptor. Let me see how much they are.
I want a Raptor.
They're fucking expensive, dude. Oh, they don't weigh 6,000 pounds.
Oh, really?
I don't think. Let me see.
I'm still looking for a fan for this term.
Oh shit! A Raptor is 7,000 pounds. Wait, what? The F-150 Raptor is 65 grand. That can't be right.
That's probably like before.
Wait, hybrid electric Raptor?
I don't know. Go to Auto Trader.
That can't be right, dude. There's no way that's right.
It's not its own thing. It's F-150.
Yeah.
Can't type in that.
Oh, there. Oh shit! Look at that.
Not a blue one. You know my feelings on blue cars.
I know.
Ugh. Sorry to anyone who drives a blue car.
Gabrielle is not a fan of blue
vehicles. I am super prejudiced against all blue vehicles. Oh, that silver one's pretty.
Ooh.
The 2019, yeah.
It's really expensive though.
I've got good taste.
Ooh.
Look at that. Look at that one.
Look at that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a good looking truck.
I would fuck the shit out of that car.
I might steal that. I don't like the red tires, the red.
You don't?
Rims. I mean, I can handle.
I wish I could share my screen live so people could see and then vote.
That's a good looking truck.
Can you grab that cord, babe?
What cord?
The plug.
Oh.
Sean's e-bikes and stuff. Thank you so much, dude. You sell e-bikes?
We have so many questions for you.
Hang on. All joking aside, that is extremely relevant to this conversation. Because you want to know why I don't want to buy a fucking car?
Because we have an e-bike.
Is because I have a Meepo. I have two Meepo skateboards with one on the way, and then I got the new one, the Hurricane one that goes 40 miles an hour. And
you have your electric unicycle.
I have my electric unicycle.
We have a scooter thing.
And basically, like, I sold my car 2 years ago because I never ever drove it. Like, I guess I just ride my shit everywhere.
Dude drove a blue car. No, he drove a black Audi A4. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Oh my god, what's the pussiest car brand there is, dude? Like, what's the most fucking? Oh, can you throw me my keys to my Audi? Like, that's like.
It was so sick.
That's the most like my hair is really well done and I have a tiny dick car ever. Gabrielle's all well. I don't know about that.
I wasn't listening.
Well, I don't know about that exactly, but
what she said. I like the white one. The white, I mean,
It's
white,
got 56,000 miles or 76,000
The
miles.
white one that you down. Yeah.
What do you guys think I should get if I have to get a really, really heavy car?
I mean, not super heavy. Ideally, 6,001 pounds.
Look at this. How is this a $60,000 car with fucking 100,000 miles on it?
Someone drove the shit out of that truck.
100,000 miles in fucking
2
2 years?
What was the 51,000 miles? That's still
Yeah, it's the same exact car, and it's half the miles for an extra $2,000.
It's still a lot of miles.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, dude, honestly, 50,000 miles on a car is not that bad. Like
on a car that's it means someone drove it hard for the first 2 years of its life. My car is a 2019, and I still only have 26,000 miles on it.
I mean, this one,
And I feel like I drove a lot.
I don't feel like I can tell that.
I like that.
Tahoes are nice. Tahoes are fucking pricey. Like I'd spend like Raptors cost the same.
I have a van, and I freaking love it. So to answer whoever asked that question earlier, I drive a minivan, and I'm fucking obsessed with it.
Dude, I'll show you. The Kia Telluride is exactly what I would get.
Car.
It's just not 6,000 pounds, dude. Check this out. If you're like, so you want to see what a fucking boss van looks like?
No, it's not a Town and Country. It's a Chrysler Pacifica. But
Blacked out.
Black like black rims, black trim.
It's completely blacked out.
Yeah.
It's like.
It's as good looking as a minivan.
Like when she said she was getting a minivan, I was like, Gabrielle, come on,
it's
dude.
the S package.
It's like,
car.
Once we actually got it, and like, dude, the doors open by themselves. Like it's like
the 6,000 pound thing it's for a tax write off because we can use it as a utility vehicle.
That's our van. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well. That's the minivan.
Thanks, Carlos. Same. I like that truck. Not gonna lie.
It's 2017.
How many miles?
41.
See, that's super low mileage.
I would need to get rims on that one though.
Okay, then don't get that one. Or get rims on it.
I thought I clicked on Jesse. I'm finally on. Keep Connor away from my wife.
He is my ginger
Okay, Irishman, I've seen you ask this question a few times. I've ignored it because I don't understand what that means. What's my favorite mixed martial art?
Not
like my favorite martial art? Because mixed martial arts is its own thing.
It's like a mix of the martial
Rocky, you and me both, my friend. Dude, have you guys seen the new Hummer that's coming out? The new all-electric Hummer is fucking bananas, dude. It is so sick.
It's so not a van. I agree, Carlos. And if you have like one of the seats down, like we have, it's like a fucking house in there. There's so much room. It's amazing.
Watch this, dude. All electric Hummer. Gabrielle's gonna give.
Oh, he's so.
She knew where that was going. This is gonna like fucking blow your mind, dude.
I love Forerunners too, but yeah, they don't weigh enough.
Look at this is the new Hummer, that's coming out. And it's all electric.
I need to go spend our baby's birthday with her.
Oh, that's true. We should go do that.
And figure out if we're gonna.
You got an electric Hummer? Shocking. Get it, Gabrielle?
I do.
He got shocked.
I get it.
By his electric Hummer.
Yes, clever.
My unicycle is a King Song.
It's crazy.
The new Bronco doesn't weigh 6,000 pounds. I know, but I don't understand the question, Irishman.
Like, which
Thank you,
martial
Jacob.
art do you like? Or like, if you had to choose a
Yeah, are you
martial
saying
art,
like a martial
just
art?
pick a martial art.
I currently would say jujitsu.
There you have it. We're not allowed to get a golf cart.
It's fucked.
We don't want to talk about it. It's a very sore subject.
When we bought
We
our
bought our
house,
home in a golf community, assuming that you'd be able to buy a fucking golf cart, but the HOA says no golf carts.
Yep, it's insane.
It's nuts.
The Hummer hasn't been out for a year. I checked. Like the, you have to.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, I'll wrap it up here.
Bye, y'all. Happy New Year.
Damn, it's super cheap.
Oh, yeah, I should take it.
It's 9,000 pounds, 110 grand. 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Holy shit, dude. Please, God, let me be able to afford a $110,000 car next year. Here, I'll show you the best place to get t-shirts like mine. There it is. Here. Okay, what the fuck? There. No, the 3-wheel thing's for pussies. But dude, I'll show you the electric skateboard that I just got though. So this is not I'm sorry, I misspoke. It goes 35 to 44 miles. Top speed is 35 miles an hour. Not that I would have gone faster than that fucking anyway. But that's this dude. 35 miles an hour. No, I do not name my vehicles. Derek, you'd like to talk to me about sobriety? Ask me a question, my friend. Definitely not going downhill. These things fucking rip. I have the one that I have currently goes, I think goes like 29 miles an hour. It's too fast. Like anything over like 25 miles an hour is too fast. It's not even fun. Like, no, I've never driven the MX-5. Phone calls to me about business and life in general. I might sell it. I might do that. I also really am going like, how much? Okay, let me seriously ask you guys. So let's say I was going to do a run of 5 NFTs total, like one of ones. Each one was a one of one. And it was like giving people I'm only doing fucking 5 of these. Like, and you get the opportunity to buy these now. And you could say it was when I had 45,000 subscribers. So basically, if you're bullish on where this thing is going, theoretically, these could be worth. I mean, like, imagine if Joe Rogan did a Joe Rogan fucking, NFT in 2010. Like what that thing would be worth if there was only 5. What do you think I should charge for them? Because I know, like, obviously, if I make them $100, they'll all sell. I just have I don't know anything about what I should charge. What do you guys think? Jake Paul only did 65,000 buys. I doubt that. Well, yeah, Rogan doesn't need the money anyway. And like, free for you, 5,000 for everyone else. 1 Ethereum, that's probably what I'll do. Just like, it'll just go by the market or whatnot. Well, like, I mean, if I was going to do like a big drop, like if I was going to do like a bunch of them, you know, if I was going to do a run of like 5,000 or something, maybe I'll just do that, dude. I don't know. Like that's what all these people do. They do these runs of a bunch of them. They sell them for, you know, 100, 150 bucks or whatever. But you did make me laugh. Kratom NFTs. Real Jesse on Fire at Gmail. All right, I gotta jump. Love you guys. This was fun. Peace.